Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dublin for today's landmark press conference. St Patrick's Day weekend 2026. Hello, Jono. There will be festival, there will be feast, there will be fair, and now there will be fists. The biggest party in the world just got louder. Queensberry Promotions will be lighting up the Three Arena with an almighty Dublin double-header. Your main event sees one of those fights where you've got two men who have been written off countless times in their life, but have never lost that self-belief, believed in themselves and became world champions late into their career. Real Cinderella Man stories as James Jazza Dickens makes the first defence of his WBA World Super Featherweight Championship against Ireland's only ever World Super Featherweight Champion, the Belfast man, Anthony the Apache Cacace. Again, Cinderella Man versus Cinderella Man. In the co-main event, one proud Dubliner gets his dream homecoming and one puncher from Portsmouth is crossing the Irish Sea and looking to turn that dream into a nightmare. The vacant IBO World Super Lightweight Championship will be on the line as Dublin born and bred Pierce Big Bang O'Leary gets his chance to box right here in front of his people at last. But the challenge he has accepted is the toughest of his career. He's taking on a hard-hitting southpaw, crossing the Irish Sea, bringing that thunder with him, really looking to leave with that IBO title. That man, of course, is Mark Chamberlain. So that's your double header. Two absolute 50-50s, and we dare you to pick a winner. March 14th. Live around the world on the global home of boxing, DAZN. This will be a St Patrick's Day weekend spectacular. Tickets are on sale, by the way. They're on sale right now via Ticketmaster. And as far as I'm aware, these are going to go very, very, very quick. In fact, if you're watching the stream, I'd advise you pause the stream, open up another tab, get the tickets open, get your tickets, come back, we'll still be here. Okay, let's start with what I think is actually going to be a bit of a landmark moment in Irish boxing. Amateur, super heavyweight, super talented sensation Adam Elanian is turning pro. It is a marquee signing for Queensberry and a marquee moment for Irish boxing. As an amateur, he was World Youth Amateur Champion and so much more. And Adam, as I mentioned to you earlier, I'm going to come to you first, young man. Your first presser, your first up. A proud moment for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, Dev, look, of course, it's what a card to be a part of, and especially to make my debut on Three Arena at Dublin. It's a great card, and I'm just really grateful to be here.
What is the mission then, Adam? You've done so much as an amateur. As you sit here today, so young, just about to take those first steps, what do you see as the full mission?
For me, it's undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. It's always been the goal, it's always been the dream, so this is just the first stepping stone to accomplishing that.
And, call me heavily biased, but for me, you have joined the home of the heavyweights here. I don't think there's any denying that, but tell us a little bit about the kind of reasoning as to why you've joined Frank and Queensberry.
So, me and my managers, Brian and Tomas, we sat down and we went through Promoter A, Promoter B, Promoter C, and we felt Queensberry, how they manage their fighters, how they have built previous heavyweights. It just suits our road plan to a T, so I think Queensberry is the home for now.
And you're one of these super talents as well, right, where you probably had an idea of maybe going to the Olympics and going there and medaling, but you've taken the decision to go pro early. I wonder how inspired you've been by the rise of the likes of Moses Itauma, Daniel Dubois, what they've done, turning pro early.
Yeah, for me, the Olympics always was the dream, but in recent times I kind of realised I didn't really want the Olympics, you know what I mean? That would have always been a cherry on top, but the ultimate goal was always undisputed, so I felt now is the time to take that first stepping stone to accomplishing that. And obviously looking at Moses and Daniel Dubois, they obviously turned over young, but we're in the same weight division now. I can't obviously say I look up to them too much, but I definitely took inspiration from that they did turn over young, and obviously what they're doing now. So it is definitely a key factor as to why I decided to go now.
So what can we expect then? Pro debut coming up March 14th. What are we going to see?
hopefully a devastating knockout, you know. And I'm not just a puncher, I rely on my skills and my skill set, so definitely something different that the heavyweight division probably hasn't seen in a while, so I'm really looking forward to it.
We are really looking forward to it too. Can we get a round of applause for this young man? At some point, he could be very, very big in this sport. He's massive already, 6'6". I was looking up to him earlier. Thank you very much, Adam Elanian. Let's speak to another young man making his pro debut. Again, did so much as an amateur. There is an early flood warning for March 14th because young Bobby Flood will be making his pro debut. And Bobby, I've heard so many great things about you. Tell us what it's all about. Tell us how much you're looking forward to this.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Home city, Dublin, debut. Couldn't have asked for a better show to debut on. Shelf and Pearce are from the same area, so for the two of us to be on the same card is unbelievable. Jono as well. Jono's from Finglas, Pearce from town. I'm half Finglas, half town, so yeah, unbelievable. Looking forward to it. Really am looking forward to it.
And you're trained by Stephen Smith, I understand as well. You're around the Smith brothers, learning from the likes of Callum as well. Tell us a little bit about how that's helped you and that's helped shape you going into your debut.
Yeah, look, the Smith brothers, they're all 100%. They know their stuff. Stephen Smith, unbelievable coach, one of the best in the world. And to have Callum in the same gym, looking at his style, we're very similar. And I just like picking up on the little things that he does that we could improve on, and hopefully one day I can be as good as him.
You're a tremendous amateur as well. You won pretty much all there is to win. Why are you going pro now then, Bobby?
The dream was always the Olympics, but then they changed the weights from 71 to 70, and then they scrapped the 75 kilogram. So it was a big jump up to 80 kilo. So that was never going to happen. And then holding 70 kilos for 3 years as well, that would have been very tough on the body and the mind. And I wouldn't have been able to get up to 80 kilo healthy. So everything just kind of fell into place and came at a perfect time.
So what's the dream?
The dream, like every other young boxer, undisputed, same as what Adam said. I'm giving myself 5 years to win a world title. So it doesn't matter what world title, but I'm giving myself 5 years to win a world title left.
I can't wait to see step one, March 14th. Bobby Flood, ladies and gentlemen, professional debut coming up. Really one to watch. So much great talent coming through in Ireland. Let's hear from a man who I keep hearing, if he's not here, there's no party. I keep hearing no Carty, no party. Let's hear from Thomas Carty. This show had to have you on, really, didn't it, Thomas? Come on.
Yeah, 100%. After the year I've had, I never thought I'd be back in a position like this. So to say I'm coming back after all this happened at the 3 Arena again for my first fight back is a dream come true. And yeah, roll on, man. What a card. There's a serious lineup, and I'm delighted to be part of the lineup. And I suppose it would have only been fitting to have me on it.
You're coming off that kind of, like a strange loss. You got injured in the fight was stopped. I think you're trying to turn it to a no contest now as well, because it was an injury that stopped the fight. What sort of lessons have you taken from that? Could you take any lessons? How's the recovery? Talk to us.
No, man, it's given me plenty of time to reflect, but I also don't see it as a loss. I think I'm probably the only boxer that have ever lost a fight without being punched in the face, to be honest. Still in the process trying to get it overturned, but listen, it's given me a year to reflect and a year to decide that this is definitely what I want to do. I was gathering serious momentum before I went and done my knee in the biggest fight in my career, so back on the horse now, and it all starts March 14th again.
You've scored some massive knockouts in that 3 Arena. Is it going to be more of the same? Is that what we can expect? Yeah,
100%. You know, I had 9 knockouts in a row heading into the last fight. It looked like it was heading the same as usual again until my knee went, so we pick up the pieces. Here we are again, and it's the same intentions as always, to take somebody's head off March 14.
And we don't know who that somebody is yet, but I've no doubt that you will be doing that. But can we have a little broader look at 2026? Are there any names on your mind? Is there anyone that you want to call out with everyone watching, Thomas?
It's a good opportunity. I think I know what you're angling at, yeah. Yeah, listen, I'm looking to pick up back where I was, before this whole thing happened last year, MSG. There's big talks to me and Johnny Fisher fighting. It's nothing personal, but that's a fight that sells out a stadium. So let's get it on. He's in a decent position. We're coming back after his loss to Dave Allen, and I'm coming back after a big injury. I think it only makes sense the two of us sell out the Copper Box or something in the UK. I don't mind travelling.
Okay, well listen, best of luck to you first on March 14th. Best of luck getting back in there. No Carty, no party, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Thomas Carty. We've got the return of the diva. Now, Gary Cully, really one of Ireland's favourite sons, was really on a bit of a tear, but you had no fights, Gary. Going to come to you now. You had no fights in 2025. Where have you been? How much are you itching to get back in there?
Yeah, Dev, just a quick second to take a quick thank you to Queensbury Promotions, Frank, George, Lee Eaton for the opportunity to get back and fight back at home. After 12 months out the ring, it'll be 15 months come March, so itching to get back to what I was doing, and just a fresh start, fresh weight division and fresh goals, so I'm looking forward to getting back in there and doing my thing again.
So fresh weight division, I have no idea how you made lightweight, by the way, but I assume you're going up to super lightweight?
Yeah, 140, possibly 147, fighting somewhere in between to see how I feel at the weight, make a decision after the fight, but I reckon 140 is probably where I'm going to set my sights.
Okay, interesting. So I guess you've probably got an eye on Pierce O'Leary against Mark Chamberlain. You're probably going to keep an eye on what's going on there, right?
Of course, all the big fights. Obviously, Pierce is from Dublin, from Ireland. I'm rooting for him in this fight. But yeah, like I reckon a big Irish showdown sells out the Cheery, and no problem for a world title one day. So that's where I'm aiming to. I've obviously a bit to climb to get back to where I was and to get back to that level. But I know what level I can operate at. I've been in boxing for the last over 20 years. I've been operating at a high level for the last 20 years. So I know what level I'm capable of getting to, and this is just the first step of getting back to there.
I think for so long, Gary, you've been known as a guy with ice in his veins and a fire in his belly. Tell me how much that fire is burning right now, heading into 2026.
Yeah, probably more than ever, to be honest. 2025, Sonny came in the world, my son Sonny. So I had a time away from the sport to kind of reflect and to enjoy that period. But 12 months out the ring, like I said, I've been boxing over 20 years now. I never had that long out the ring, so I'm just itching to get back and itching to get back to do what I do best. And that's knocking people out and put on good performances. So you can't wait for March 14th. 3 Arena, Paddy's weekend. You can't ask for a better comeback than that. So I'm looking forward to put the performance in, to put the cherry on top.
We can't wait to see you back, Gary Cully. Let's hear it for the diva. The return. Gary Cully. Okay, there is a prospect who this year could well turn into a contender if it all goes his way. Stephen Cairns, unbeaten in 13 fights. Now, Stephen, they call you the Irish takeover. Well, here is the stage for you to really take over Ireland on St. Paddy's Day weekend. What a moment for you.
Yeah, what a moment for me, and what a moment for Irish boxing. This is probably the biggest card, one of the biggest cards Irish boxing's ever seen, and I'm delighted to be part of it. I'm looking forward to putting on a big performance with a standout performance, standout fight for myself, and really changing from a prospect to now a contender.
You've been kind of bubbling away beneath the surface, got a nice record now, unbeaten in 13 fights, but 2026 does feel like it could be, if it all goes your way, a bit of a breakout year.
Absolutely. 2026 is Stephen Cairns' year, and it's time for me to announce myself to the world of boxing, pick up my first title in 2026, and then we're going to kick on to bigger and better things.
I'm sure you're going to bring over plenty from Cork as well. I understand, I was speaking to people here earlier, it's known as the People's Capital as well, that you're going to bring some over from there?
Yeah, so we've already got busload of people coming up from Cork, 3 hours up the road. There's going to be about 1,000 Cork fans up there, and the support has been amazing already, and the response for tickets has been unbelievable. I think this card is already 80% sold out. So the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. First big fight in Dublin, fighting for my first title. It's going to be unbelievable, and I can't wait to get in there and put on a big performance.
Good stuff. We can't wait to see you, Stephen Cairns. Best of luck. Of course, March 14th, let's hear it for one of the best prospects from the island of Ireland. Okay, let's get into these fights now. Now, one of Dublin's favourite sons, Jono King Kong Carroll, he's fighting for the vacant IBO World Super Featherweight Championship, and he's got an unbeaten contender in Colm Murphy. Can't wait to get into this fight. And Jono, I'm going to start with you because, I think you've been itching to talk. I mean, you walked across at the front. I mean, you're just ready to go, aren't you? This is a big moment for you. Talk to us about this one.
Yeah, this is a very, very big moment for me. I fought here in 2014. It was like my third professional fight, and then to do a full circle and come back and fight for the world title, it's literally what dreams are made of, you know. So I'm very happy. I want to thank Queensbury Promotions. I won my first IBF title with Queensbury, so to come back now, finally fight for the world title in my hometown, it's just a beautiful moment. I'm just so happy to be here. I want to thank my sponsors, everyone who made this stuff happen. Golden Ring Boxing to keep me ticking away, because it's been a while since I had a big fight. And it's hard for boxers. People don't understand it. Sometimes your sponsorship's the only thing that keeps you going. But we here, baby. I'm ready to take over and become world champion.
Is it now or never?
Yeah, you know what? I do good things in real estate. I have my own company over in Dubai. I sell off plans and stuff. And to be honest with you, I make money doing different things. I don't need boxing. And I stopped boxing there for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks when I was forced to open the company. And I was just like, you know what? I'm bored. Like this normal working life, this shit is boring. Who wants to do this? I just don't understand. I don't want to be in a rat race. That's not for me. I love the adrenaline of fighting. It's the only thing in life that you have to be focused. You have to be in the moment. You literally live in the moment. You can't think of what happened yesterday or the day before or your bills or any of that shit. You go, you focus on that man who's trying to take your head off in front of you. And it's either you or him. You try to take him out. So, this is what life's all about. Living in the moment and just being here in Ireland, fighting for the world title. I just feel so grateful to be here and just to be alive and with all these strong men just doing good things. You know what I mean? Positive men up here, came from nothing. I look around this table and no joke, I know a few of these faces. We all came from nowhere. And look what us now, baby. Cacace is now world champion at 36. Jazza 34, 35 winning world titles. This didn't come easy for any of us. I'm 33 and I'm getting my shot for the world title. But we stay consistent. Doesn't matter how many times we got knocked down, we got beat. We stuck it out. We worked hard and we focused. You look at a baby crawling, falls many times, but eventually gets up and starts walking. Now it's our time. I remember being here like 2014, looking at the main card. I wasn't even on TV. And now it's inedible. Now everyone's sitting here wanting to know what I want to say. I was a nobody. And here we are, going to be fighting for the world title. So I'm just grateful to be around all these beautiful people. And Irish boxing is back, baby. Let's go.
Well, that feels like a good moment to bring in your opponent. Colm Murphy, a significant fight in your career. The toughest test of your career is Jono Carroll. But actually, you've got a fight before that as well. So there's a lot for you to think about heading into this.
Yeah, I've got a big road ahead of me. I'm fighting January 31st for the Commonwealth title, which is the biggest fight of my life. And now I'm penned in for March 14th against a great fighter and warrior in Carroll. But me and my team, we wouldn't put ourselves in this position if we didn't believe we could overcome these challenges. We acknowledge them as big mountains to go through, but I've already climbed through mountains in my life, overcoming dyslexia and dyspraxia, learning difficulties, and a privileged background where, you know, someone wasn't really meant to box. I was late to the sport at 14, and to be here on this table with some local legends like Cacace, you know, it's a testament to my hard work. I've really worked really hard to get here, and I'm not going to falter now with these challenges ahead of me.
Jono, let me bring you in here, because that sounds like someone who means it. That sounds like someone who wants it. You got a real test.
Yeah, you know what? When I fought Devon Farmer, I was 15-0 as well. I didn't know how to lose. I went out there, I gave him my all, my stock risen. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I lost that fight to a man that had more experience than me. This is going to be no different. You know, he's a very hungry guy. trains hard, he's always in shape, everything else. But experience in boxing is a big thing, and people underestimate it. You know, they say it's a young man's sport, but at the end of the day, look at the world champions on this stage. We get an old baby, the grey hairs are starting to come in. You know what I mean? Experience is a big thing in boxing. And I'm going to show that man everything I learned through the years. While I was winning prize for it, he was watching me as a fan. True or not true, my brother. So now it's time to teach him a lesson. He's a good lad. I like him. I don't want to get disrespectful, but at the end of the day, boxing is about enjoyment and having fun. And at the end of the day, me and him are going to go in there and go to war and try to take each other's heads off. When we were doing the face-off today, I could see that bit of craziness in his eyes. And every fighter needs to have it. Sometimes when you look at a man in the eyes, you can tell if he's soft or not. That man, he's confident. I could tell he was crazy. I'm also crazy. All of us on this table, we fight for a living. We have to be crazy and touching the head in somewhat way. But at the end of the day, it's my job to humble him a little bit. And I reckon after like round 4, round 5, I'll take that confidence away from him. And I will let my experience show. And it's going to be an enjoyable night. And the new...
Colm, you've got an opponent here in John O'Carroll who says he's going to teach you a lesson. Thoughts?
He's a great fighter. He's a warrior, King Kong, as his nickname. But through my history, you know, I've been put in against well more experienced fighters, starting out at 14. And typically, that's when I've actually shown what I've been made of. And I've stepped up to the task at hand. So him being a great fighter, I think he's really going to bring out the best of me. And to be honest, me and my team know I'm going to rise to the occasion.
I love that reply. Let me just say, I love that reply because that's the way you're supposed to think in this fight game. I like this man. I have a lot of respect for this man. It's hard for me. I'm not going to come up here and slate this man in one bit because everything I was, he is now. He's that young lion climbing to the top. I've already had good days. Like when I fought in prize fighter, I was a 15-1 underdog. Same as him. I was never supposed to win. We weren't supposed to win in this life, but I did. So he knows he's in for a war. I know I'm in for a hard night. It's going to be fun, and the most people who's going to benefit from this is the fans. So, like they said earlier, it's already sold out 80%. Get your tickets now because it's going to be a good night.
I agree with that. Get your tickets right now. There you have it. John O'Carroll, Colm Murphy, vacant IBO World Super Featherweight Championship will be on the line. Youth versus experience. So much to look forward to with that one, as there is with these main events, this great double header. One man gets his dream Dublin homecoming. Pierce O'Leary, I'm going to bring you in right here because every time I've spoken to you for the last 5 years, you have said one thing over and over again. I want to fight in Dublin. It's happening, Pierce.
Yeah, it's happening now. And look, Frank and George, they knew when the right time was, and the right time is now. Come here and you happier. I'm at the downstairs mountain tickets already. I put on 2 orders again, and they're already gone. So, look, take Ticketmaster out and just come to me. I'll deal with it. Just goes to show how much pull I have in the city and in Ireland. I'm selling tickets all over the country, but it's a blessing. It's a dream come true. And just fighting at home in the Tree Arena. Forget about the world title. This goes beyond and bigger than a world title. But to top it off, we're fighting for a world title. So what more could you ask for?
I've heard you say, Pierce, that right now, the way you're performing, the way you feel, the way that this is all going, you feel untouchable. You feel you'll do a number on Mark Chamberlain?
Yeah, no disrespect to Mark. I think he's a fantastic fighter. He's got great experience already. He's fought all over the world. He's been in there with good operators, but he just hasn't been in with me, with Pierce O'Leary. He boxing IQ is second to none, and it'll show. The better as a competitor, the better I become. People are going off the last two fights with the Dylan and the other one that I had, but with the Dylan we are dealing with situations with tickets. How many tickets are we going to do before the fight? Before making the entrance to Ipswich down to the stadium, we were asking how many tickets are we going to do in the Tree Arena, which for me, first and foremost, I didn't want to get cut, so I had to do what I had to do in there to survive and get the win, get the job done and come home, because if I got cut, I knew the biggest opportunity in my life was gone. So look, we got the win, we push on, we fought again, and here we are now. So I'm looking forward to it. People haven't seen the best of me yet.
Well, let's bring in your opponent, Mark Chamberlain. And Mark, this is very much Pearce's dream night. Seems to be all about him. It's like his homecoming. What are your intentions March 14th?
To come here and take his dream away and take the title back to England. All respect to Pearce. He's a great fighter. Don't know him personally. Got respect for him, obviously, but all that goes out the window when we get in the ring and stand toe to toe with each other, really.
Once again, Mark, it's you travelling away from home. You said to me earlier, have gloves, will travel. You've got no kind of fear or, I don't know, tension about going into this potentially hostile environment. They're all going to be cheering for him and I'd imagine booing you.
Yeah, that means nothing though. Like I said, anyone that knows me personally, I'll fight anyone if it makes sense to me. So that's irrelevant. I've got gloves, I'll travel. All the he said, she said stuff come into the back garden. I've done it once before and I'll do it again because at the end of the day it's just the two of us in the ring together and everyone else is the other side of the ropes and it means nothing.
Where do you feel that you will cause him problems? Because he is unbeaten so far in his career. He's looked very, very good, touted for so long as the best prospect coming out of Ireland. He's looked untouchable so far, Mark.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's a great fighter. He's unbeaten. Like he said with me, vice versa. He hasn't fought me. Mark Chamberlain ain't been in with me yet, so we'll see what happens on the night.
Pearce, what sort of fight stylistically is this in your head?
Don't know. I can't really let everyone know that. But I will say I've been in there with smart operators, smart southpaw operators, and done just fine. And I know exactly how to deal with them. And come fight night, it'll show which way I'm going to deal with it. Hats off to Mark coming over. It's a great opportunity for Mark to get back in the. Obviously, it's like snakes and ladders this game. Obviously, he hadn't got a good year, and he's taking the opportunity to come back to get himself back on top of that ladder. But it's me who he's facing, so it's going to be very hard.
Pearce, I've heard you talk about how sometimes when you're in the fight, you can hear your opponent start to wince, start to break down, unravel in front of you. When do you expect to hear that on March 14th? How quickly, in your view?
I don't know. We'll see. It's all about going out there and downloading the data. That's it. And then when I'm told to switch it up, that's when we'll do it.
Mark, what is it that you bring that is different to everything that he's seen then?
Feels like deja vu for me, really, because everyone said the same in the last fight with me. I was the underdog. I was going to get stopped. I was going to get this. But that never happened. And like I say, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So all the questions about what's going to happen and that, who knows? Let's get the bell out of the way and punch each other in the face and go from there.
That sounds like a good idea. Are you down for that, Pearce? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I'm happy with that, yeah. I'm more than welcome. It's what the fans want. Once the two of us give the fans what they want to see, well, then the fans are winning it at the end of the day. So, look, on the 14th of March, we'll become a world champion.
Just on that, Pearce, 14th of March, when it's all said and done, what will Dublin be saying about Pearce Big Bang O'Leary?
Well, everyone's saying it's Paddy's weekend, but I guess it's Pearce's weekend. So this is what it's all about. The crowd is going to love it. The atmosphere throughout the whole city is going to be buzzing. It's a great opportunity. Irish boxing's back. Queensberry is here now. It's time to make this place a home.
And Mark, final one to you. What do you think that people will be saying about Pearce O'Leary after this fight?
He's a great fighter, no doubt about it. But England's going to have a new IBO World Super Lightweight Champion.
Any thoughts on that, Pearce, by the way?
No, not really, no. I just believe that's just going to be, it'll be a great fight. And, I don't see it going any other way with me getting the victory. That's the truth, so.
I feel like Dev's trying to get his spoon out.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, but look, buy your tickets now. Go on to the PearceO'Leary.com. Get your tickets ASAP, so it's sold out within 36 hours, I guess.
Good stuff. Fantastic fight coming up. Co-main event. Pearce Big Bang O'Leary and Mark Chamberlain. Can't wait for that one. And look, I tried, okay? But you've got two lovely fellas who just want to punch each other's heads in, and we can't wait to see it on March 14th. Let's move to the main event. And I've described this as Cinderella Man versus Cinderella Man. The first world title defence for Jazza Dickens comes against Anthony Cacace. It's one of the best fights you can make in the division. And Anto, I want to start with you because many people thought that you couldn't become a world champion once. A win on March 14th, you do it all over again.
Yeah, mate. Crazy. I mean, winning one world title blew my mind. As I say, as John was saying earlier on there, we're all old up here. Like all the main eventers, we're all over 30, 35, you know. So, listen, I believe that this is like a dream to me, to fight for another world title, to become a 2-time world champion. I respect Jazza. He's a great fighter. He's a good lad. I feel like I'm fighting another Irish lad, you know. I feel like he's from Dublin. He is. But so I mean, full respect to him. I can tell us all now that it's going to be an absolute war and a great fight.
Well, let me bring in Jazza Dickens here. You are the defending world champion. It's funny that Anthony said there that he feels like you're from Dublin. You've changed your Instagram name to Seamus Jazza O. Dickens. So you are truly embracing this character, Jazza.
Well, that was my name when I was here years ago, Dev. I changed it back. I went to Dubai, didn't I? So we had to change it. But now I'm back. It's Seamus again. But yeah, I just say what Anto said there. The respect is unbelievable. And I'm very grateful. It feels like a homecoming to me. Everyone will be coming over from Liverpool on Piers this weekend. So I'm very, very, very blessed to be in this position. And it's great to see Ireland thriving. You know, look at the city of Dublin. It's a shame that the boxing hasn't been here. You got the amateur clubs although it hasn't been here, you got the lads here from Cabinet all over. They got the lads down from Belfast. They've just been putting the work in. The boxing hasn't been here. It's nearly been here time and time and again. Like Katie Taylor, like Gary had us run not long ago. And now it's great to see it back. I'm very proud of the city, and I would class as a second home to me, and I'm very grateful. It feels like I say, a homecoming. So well done to all you. I'm grateful that Frank Warren and Queensberry's getting it together, and I'm grateful to my team who's put it together, and the Most High Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ, who just took me from nothing in life and made me champion of the world.
Do you feel like a world champion, Jazz? No, do you know what? Let's get a round of applause. It is an incredible story. Jazza Dickens now world champion. And when I say that, Jazza, and when things like this are happening, you're getting a round of applause for being a world champion, do you feel like a world champion yet? Because obviously you won the interim title, you got upgraded. What's the kind of feeling around that?
I don't feel nothing really, Dev. You can't tell me I'm not a world champion, because I am. I'm just, I like to fight, Dev, whether it's for a world title or fucking behind the alleyway, you know what I mean? I just like to fight. And fight, innit? Take the belt away. As soon as you get in the ring, the belt's gone anyway. It's not yours, you've got to win it back anyway. So I'm looking forward to fighting for it, defending it, and whatever that may be, just to fight. And I'm very grateful to be sharing the ring with Anto. Like I said before, it's an absolute pleasure. The pleasure is all mine to be sharing the ring with such a great champion.
Well, it will be at the 3 Arena. It won't be in an alley, but he's on a great run at the moment. The likes of Joe Cordina, Josh Warrington, Lee Wood, they've all tried, they've all failed, they've all fallen. What is it about Jazza Dickens that gets the job done and beats Anthony Cacace?
Like I say, I just put my trust in the Lord, and I'm not going to go ego first, and I respect this man. You know, I'll try my hardest to do what I can and to come out the victor. And all praise be to God.
And so, how does this challenge compare to those names that I've just mentioned? You're on a tremendous run right now, and now it's this man, Jazza Dickens.
Well, just listening to him talking here, he's very passionate. He's a holy man. I know he's a good fella as well, you know, and he's a great fighter. I think that this is going to be easily my hardest fight to date. Jazza is a world champion, WBA world champion. That's something we all dream of, and I'm sure, as I will, I go into every fight. See, if I have to die in the ring, like I'll die, and I feel like Jazza is the exact same as me, and it makes for an absolute war. He's a good guy, I'm a decent guy, and we're going to give you all a night you will remember, 100%.
We should go for a pint before the fight.
Sweet, mate. Sweet. You know, correct.
Well, it is St Patrick's Day weekend. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of that. But tell me this one, Anto. You will be 37 by the time the first bell rings. That doesn't mean too much these days. We're seeing older and older world champions. Jono Carroll pointed to it earlier, and the grey hairs that he could see. But, I mean, is there any concern? Only one fight in 2025. Any concern about potential rust there?
Nah, mate, nah. It's as Jono says. I've been doing this my whole life. When I was 10 years of age. It's a walk in the park for me. It's just about putting in the hard work and getting the head right, doing everything I need to do in camp, and I could be a two-time world champion in 9 weeks. It's unbelievable.
Jazza, you are the world champion, but you are the underdog going into this fight with the bookies. What do you make of that? Are the bookies not putting enough respect on your name, making you the underdog? What do you make of that?
Not much really, Dev. I'm always the underdog, you know. Not really the underdog. I mean, in the bookies I'm the underdog, but not in my mind, you know, so that's all that matters really. I'd rather be the underdog in the bookies than in my own head. And I'd rather, you know, and vice versa. Imagine that, you'd be fucked.
I make you right. Stylistically, how does this one play out then, Jazza, when the first bell rings? How does it all kind of shape up?
I'm yet to watch Anto. I've seen highlights of him blasting people out, but I've yet to watch him, so I've got to sit down with my coach, Albert, and we'll put a game plan together. He's very good tactically. I trust in what he says because he's shown me that he's never been wrong so far. So, yeah, that's all I can say on this so far. But I know it's going to be a hard night.
Anto, have you watched much of Jazza?
Yeah, I've watched Jazza right back from he boxed Lee Wood, and I think it was an MTK. It was what type of wee, like a prize fighter. I've been watching Jazza for a long, long time. You know, I've been a supporter of him. So, listen, it's a pleasure to share the ring with him. A world champion, a great world champion too. Fought all the great guys in Britain and Ireland throughout the years. Listen, I just appreciate this opportunity. Sitting with all these boys here at the table now, I am as happy as a pig in shit. I just want to get in now, 14th, and hopefully I can win my second world title.
What would that do for your legacy, Anto?
That's what it's about now, mate. You know what I mean? I've bought my house. It was always about buying a house. I bought my house now, so it's just about, I want to go down with names like Frampton and all the Katie Taylor, John O'Carroll, he's a man, like, you know, all these boys. I want to be a big name and go down in history. So this is the opportunity to do that.
And Jazza, what does the win mean to you? You are world champion. No one can ever take that away from you. But defending it against this man here successfully, that would be a significant win in your career.
You know what, we're all the same here on this table. When you win, it's like, what's next? So obviously, being at the top of the sea, like, then you can unify, and that's what I want to do, unify divisions, and every child's dream, you know. I'm here now, and the time is now. So, like I said before, praise be to God, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, final one for both of you fellas. Anto, what is your message to Jazza Dickens?
I don't know. Best of luck, lad.
Force point on you.
No, there's no other message, you know. We're going to fight the 14th, that's it.
Final one to you, Jazza.
Want to stay in ours?
Brilliant stuff. Okay, well, thank you so much, Jazza Dickens, Anthony Cacace. Thank you, everyone, at this top table. This is it. The best fireworks on St Patrick's Day weekend will be at the Free Arena. Tickets are on sale right now. Go and get them. Let's get these fighters faced off.